Good damn morning, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again, and there have been some stunning developments in the situation going on in South America. More specifically, Venezuela. You know that socialist utopia that these clowns keep telling us about? Well, until their shit collapsed and people were eating animals out of the zoo and catching pigeons in the park, but up until then it was great. Anyway, you know they're having some presidential issues down there. Maduro won't go. The new guy can't take over fully because Maduro won't go. Well, he said that Donald Trump sent a group of mercenaries down there to assassinate him, to enact a coup like they've been trying to do to Trump here. But anyway, so these ex-special forces guys were caught. Some of them were caught by the Venezuelan military, I guess. It just said they were caught. I assume the military caught them. So they were trying to sneak in the country in this fleet of small boats, like little fishing boats and shit, and these guys were caught. Now, according to the article I read, if I remember, I'll put a link in the description box. It was The Guardian. And I like The Guardian because they lean left and the way they report shit is funny, but you can still sift some nuggets of truth out of there. So these guys get caught, and two of them, specifically Denman and Barry, I believe are their names, the two American ex-special ops dudes that were captured by the Venezuelan military. And one of them, the Denman guy, he was the one they had on tape, and it was heavily edited tape, so you know it wasn't just, turn on the tape and tell him your name and what happened. So he claimed that he's not doing this under duress. This is really what happened. Yeah, right. So they have a video from this guy saying that they came down there and what they wanted to do was take over an airstrip, bring in some planes, and on one of the planes was going to be Maduro as they kidnapped him and took him back to America. For what? I don't know. It's just a lot of, you smell a lot of bullshit. I don't know. It just doesn't. These are ex-special forces guys, and if they were sent there by the president, why would the president send them? Doesn't the president have the United States military, like active duty guys that are still doing it? This ain't some Blackwater shit. Why would the president tap this group of guys to go do this when he has the U.S. military? Now, of course, I'm not taking anything away from these former special ops guys. Of course, you special ops, you bad motherfuckers, obviously. But the president has another group to send in there if he wanted to. And it just feels a little bull in a china shop, if you will. Like, how did you catch these dudes? These are special ops. Special. You don't just grab these dudes. I just, a lot of bullshit. I just don't believe it. Number one, why the fuck would the president send these guys? Number two, they said there were 60 of them. So out of 60 guys, you only caught 2? But then it said that 8 of the mercenaries were killed. So are you telling me you just killed 8 American citizens? But it also said in the article that those guys were down there to train some, I guess they were connected with Colombia somehow. So they flew into Colombia and then were going to Venezuela from Colombia. So they were supposed to train some Colombian military dudes. So are those the 8 guys who got killed? Or again, are you telling me that you murdered 8 American citizens? Because that can't be good. And Pompeo said, we're going to do everything we can to get these dudes back. So the best thing for Maduro to do would be to hand these dudes over with not a hair on their head harmed. Now, of course, we're not going to go to war with Venezuela. Can you go to war with a little tiny starving piece of shit country like that? Would that even be fair? How many military men and women will we send down there? 4? This shit just seems weird. And these guys are going to have a trial already. And what are you going to do to them? You're going to put them in prison for the rest of their lives? Is this an executionable offense in your country? You're going to kill them? What's going to happen here? And how did you get 2 guys out of 60? It's just a lot of it is stupid. Like I said, I'm going to try to remember to put the link in the description box so you can read the story for yourself. It just doesn't make any sense. It just seems like such a low-budget fucking bootleg operation. How the fuck do you get caught by the Venezuelan authorities? Are these guys that good? And apparently, allegedly, they work for this company called Silvercore out of Florida. It's a defense contracting company, apparently. I need more information. I just don't see how shit went down like this. And then in the article, they said that allegedly he was sent by Donald Trump. I just don't see that. I just don't see the president doing something this stupid. It just seems so ham-fisted, if you will. Like there's no layers of separation between this defense company, this defense contracting company, and the president of the United States. Did Trump make that personal call? The owner of the company is Jordan something. So did Trump call up Jordan, whatever his name is, and say, hey man, I need you to put together a ragtag group of former special ops and go bring me the president of Venezuela? Like, it just, you read the article and shit, then you see the information that's come out so far, and it just don't fucking smell right. If it smells like a pile of shit and looks like a pile of shit, it's a pile of shit. It just doesn't sound right. I just don't believe that these highly trained individuals were just caught. And then you get them on tape and they start spilling the beans about their whole operation. My stepdad was a medic in Vietnam, and he told me that they went through this thing called SEER training. I don't know if they still have it. I imagine they probably do, or something just like it. Search, evasion, and rescue. So these guys are trained to be dropped off somewhere. You're trying to get information and not get caught. And if they catch you, they're gonna fuck you up. Yeah, they're other American military servicemen and all that shit. They're on your team, but this is training. They're trying to make it as realistic as possible. So they're gonna fuck you up. They're gonna beat you up. They're gonna starve you. They're gonna torture you to try to get information. And there's only a limited amount of information you're supposed to give them. Your name, your branch, I think, some shit like that. Information they can't use. You're being trained not to give up the info. You're being trained to endure pain and mental games so you don't give up information that can harm you and your fellow servicemen and women. So you mean to tell me these highly trained special ops men, these special operators who have been trained repeatedly, that's what makes our military so great. When we're not fucking somebody up, we're training to fuck them up. So these guys have probably thousands of hours of training, and you mean to tell me you get caught by a failing socialist government, and in 10 minutes, you're giving up all the information on camera? I just don't believe that shit. Now, did somebody send these men down there? I guess they're down there. But were they sent by the president? I highly fucking doubt it. And what's going to happen? What are you guys going to do? They're going through your little bullshit trial? What are you going to do to them? I wouldn't recommend killing them. I recommend giving them back with a note of apology. Because if you kill or hurt those men, there's going to be a problem. And again, we need to go back and find out who the fuck these 8 people who were killed that they claim. They claim that they killed 8 of the mercenaries. Were these Colombian citizens or Americans? That's the difference between life and death. So we'll see. We'll check in. Not done with this one. Now, to end it on a lighter note of some Hollywood bullshit, Gabrielle Union, the woman hell-bent on ruining the lives and mental status of kids that she did not birth. Remember, her and her wife, her Her daughter, my bad. Her husband, D. Wade, former NBA player, former owner of a set of testicles. Remember, they're the ones who were trying to fucking destroy his 12-year-old son, Zaya, whatever they changed his name to, whatever transgender bullshit they're allowing him to get mired in. Well, now she's saying that black actors are struggling. Oh my goodness. Hold on, you guys. Let me see if I can reach behind me and grab my fucking violin. Are you kidding me? I don't give a fuck if you're black actors, yellow ones, or purple ones. Nobody gives a fuck. She was like, yeah, the average SAG member, Screen Actors Guild, I guess that's the Actors Union. She said the average member of that group makes $54,000 a year. You're doing all right. But it's not our fault that you picked some bullshit fantasy job to get, and now it's not working out. Now it's not working out for you. Sorry, we have other things to worry about, like reality. You play dress up and read lines that somebody else wrote for a living. Nobody fucking cares. Gabrielle Union is worth $20 million. Why don't you take some of that money and spread it out to your fellow black actors? She says most of us, or she said aside from the Oprahs who have a lot of money, most of us are one or two paychecks from not being able to pay for all our stuff. Well, what kind of stuff do you have? Maybe you need to downsize your stuff. But trying to garner sympathy ain't gonna work. You're an actor. Your job's not real. You guys are the little monkeys with the fucking cymbals that you bang together and we drop quarters in your cup. Fuck you. We don't feel bad for you. We have real jobs that are based in reality, not fantasy and costume and makeup. Coming from the woman who was fired from NBC for being an asshole. It sounds to me like you're fucking up your own acting work. And the only good thing coming from this China virus bullshit is it's putting things in perspective. What's really important? Hollywood is not. I know you're used to people telling you how great you are and how great you look and how brave you are and how progressive you are. Oh, you guys have a transgender son. Oh, you're so loving. Here's a pat on your back. Fuck your back. Sorry, you are the very definition of non-essential work. We don't feel sorry for you. You're an actor. Get a real job. Nobody cares that you don't have acting work. You have no costumes to dress up in. Who gives a shit? And she's like, oh, well, believe me, I'm not trying to compare struggles. Yeah, you are. You're whining about some shit that nobody cares about. I'm sorry that right now you can't get even richer. I'm sorry that right now you can't be worth $21 million instead of 20. And why are you one or two paychecks away from not being able to pay for your shit? All that damn money, $54,000 a year for being part of a union? Sign me up. Oh, and what'd she say? Marginalized. Yeah, marginalized actors are being affected even more. What, minority actors? Are you mad that you're not portrayed enough in roles in TV and Hollywood? Well, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe you shouldn't get fired from your job for being an asshole. You got fired from what, America's Got Talent? Claiming it was racist and it was a bad working environment? That's what happens. When you're not worth as much as the shit you're talking, you're gone. Fucking actors are struggling, so fucking what? Maybe if you guys didn't look down your nose and tell us how we should be and tell us how much greater than us you are, maybe people would have a little bit of sympathy for you. But you guys spend your time telling us how dumb we are and how we need to be more progressive and how much ahead of the curve that you guys are, how great you are, how much better you are. how noble you are and brave you are. Shut the fuck up. Nobody cares. And I'm glad you guys are seeing that, and that's sinking in a little bit. Struggling. I'll show you struggle. Try paying for this damn gas when it's almost $4 a gallon. You want to see struggle? Buy something in California. Have a cell phone in California and look at your monthly statement. You never seen so many damn layers of tax in your life. Struggle. You ever go to bed with your stomach going, my dad would call those missed meal cramps. Struggle. Oh, I'm sorry, you can't go to your lot and have someone put makeup on your face and play pretend all fucking day? Man, please. I'm gonna go play for real. I don't get to pretend at my job. I have to do real work. So let me get to it. Let me hop in this damn rat race. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell, because every time it rings, a piece of shit liberal cries. Get your Jericho Green notification tone link in the description box. Utilize the PayPal link and the Teespring link to get your green gear. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.